guys, I'm going to start here. All right, good morning, everybody. All right, let's get started. First of all, I just want to send a congrats to Joe Boy, who normally does our meeting. His wife has given birth to their fourth child, so good luck to him. He's going to need it. Little boy, 2.2 kilograms. All right, let's get started. So, U.S. stocks fell ahead of the last jobs report before the June monetary policy meeting. We've got non-farm payrolls coming out later. It's going to be a big one. I think everybody's going to be watching it just to give us some indication of what's going to happen with U.S. interest rates. We had the International Monetary Fund, which cut U.S. growth forecasts and recommended that the Fed postpone its first rate hike until 2016. So that's pretty interesting. We'll see if they pay any attention to that. Initial jobless claims fell to 276,000 versus an expected reading of 278, so pretty much in line. The 4-week moving average of claims is still near its 15-year low. And then we had West Texas Intermediate crude oil, which fell to a 1-week low to settle around 52.58 per barrel. All right, in Asia, actually they held it pretty well considering what happened in Europe and the States. We had Shanghai, Kospi, Aussie and Nikkei all down, but very small, under 0.2%. The only one that sold off reasonably was Hang Seng, which was just under 1%. We had Tencent, which was down 1%, but Naspers already fell pretty hard yesterday. So we'll see if there's any impact from that over there. And last I saw, Billy's was down around 1.5% as well in Aussie. But again, we dropped 3% in London yesterday, so it'll be interesting to see if there's any follow-through in those markets. Charts of interest today, Eurozone rate hike expectations down to 27 months, which is the lowest since last June. So you can see that spike down recently, indicating that there's possibly a little bit of growth coming into the Eurozone, which is obviously good to see. We got the UK, which is expected for 11 months, and the US at 6 months in December. So obviously, with that non-farm payroll number coming out later, things could change. But again, everybody's going to be watching that one for clues. Corporate action today, going ex-div on Monday. We've got ARL, Barlows, Coronation, JSC, PPC, Pick n Pay, Spar, and TSG. So quite a few divvies coming out. If you're involved in any of those shares, take note. Key factors today, German factory orders, which came out at 8. Then we have GDP, SA quarter on quarter out of the Eurozone 11. 2:30 we've got that big one, the non-farm payrolls, so make sure you're present for that one, and unemployment rate as well at 2:30. All right, we're going to go through a few charts quickly. There's obviously been a whole lot of charts, so I could literally show you the whole market, with all the volatility that we've had. I'm just going to pick a couple this morning. Aussie, obviously we've been watching this 45, 600 to 45, 500 level. Not only is it a big technical level, as Joe's obviously shown you over the last few days. You can see about that horizontal trend line there. It's also a big strike level, I believe. So we're going to look for some real volatility going into closeouts on the 18th, I think, of June. Yeah, the 18th. So I don't expect that the volatility is going to be going anywhere in the near term until closeout is done. All right, the next one I was going to show is FirstRand. So FirstRand, like a lot of these other domestic stocks, put in a little bit of a head and shoulders here. So I'm drawing this line a bit wrong, but bear with me, the line's not perfect, but you can see the head and shoulder that's come in there. Its target's a little bit lower, I think between 49 and 50 Rand. Also the turn-a-day moving average is coming in around there. I think, also there's some horizontal support over here around 50 Rand for FirstRand, so keep an eye on that level. It's also a nice round number. If we get a little bit of a reversal off there, then possibly FirstRand could be a good buy. A lot of the other banks also pretty solid. Standard Bank coming down. I think Joe was showing that one yesterday. Look for buying levels of that if we do get some extreme volatility and the selling gets a little bit out of control. All right, next one is going to look at Discovery. I think a lot of people involved in this one. It's been such a solid performer. Same thing, putting in that head and shoulder. Got quite a bit of a lower target here. 200-day moving average coming in around 113. I think the first target of this head and shoulders is around 111. There is possibility that it comes lower, so I wouldn't just buy blindly. But if we get some kind of strength in either the market or the sort of Findy stocks around these levels, and you get a nice reversal day up, could be a good buying opportunity in Discovery. I definitely think it's obviously a quality stock. It's one that you want to be looking for decent buying opportunities. All right, Billy's. All right, so Billy's sort of broke down from a bit of a, I guess, a bit of an ascending triangle or rising wedge. It actually hasn't broken down. It's gotten very close to it. That's sitting right on that trend line. We're going to be watching this 251 level, 250 level around there as a pretty important short-term level. If we move on to an hourly chart here or a 30-minute chart, we probably see it a little bit better. We actually broke. So we broke through it. We've broken through that level twice intraday and managed to regain that level. But keep an eye on that. On between, there's a bit of an inflection point between 250 and 253. I think if we break 250 on a closing basis, that could indicate a little bit more weakness in Billy's. And then the last one I was going to show is Mr. Price. So Mr. Price yesterday, finally we got some follow through on those results. We had a great reversal day, and I, along with a lot of other people, I think thought that we'd continue off that reversal day 2 days ago. But then day before yesterday, we had this, we had a lot of weakness, and it actually traded all the way back down to low 220s. But finally yesterday, the buyer came in, and they were there the whole day. Ended up on the highs of the day, just over 240, 241, I think it was, closed at 242 actually. But you can see how important this level is, this horizontal level. Like every other stock in the retail sector and the Findy sector, another head and shoulder. This one's a little uglier, but it's a bit head and shoulders nonetheless. I think if we get a reversal down from these levels, that may indicate that we actually go down and test the lower target. But if we burst through this level and we can continue today from that strength that we saw yesterday, then Mr. Price might be out of the woods. And that's all for today, guys. Good luck trading.